Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I primarily do hauls and I also love to decorate. So fall content is loading for 2025. It's coming soon. As you saw in the beginning clip, I still have like 4th of July stuff up because I am still trying to enjoy summertime, but today's haul is all fall because I am getting prepared. So I wanted to do this video kind of in a different way. I wanted to show you guys how I shop when I'm trying to decorate, because there was a time, like I've always loved holiday decorating, but when I first kind of started, I didn't really know what I was doing other than I was just like buying things that I loved. And as I've been accumulating these items, and I kind of have my style figured out, now what I do is I create a list, and I'm going to show you guys how that is and how I've shopped for this fall season. So we're going to get into all of that and then the massive haul of things to check off this list and, you know, other things that I found. Also, my fall blind date with a book is out. So it's packaged in the cutest little lunch bag because I wanted it to be like, instead of like a blind date with a book, it's kind of like a fall cozy lunch date with a book. So if you want to be like on your own little picnic by yourself or whatever, you can get this even as a gift for somebody else. And there's a bunch of goodies packed in here. And then the books are vintage. They are vintage romance novels. These were just so hard to source, so I'm like really proud of finding these. These are like Harlequin romances. So I absolutely love them, and I will link it in the description box below for you. So that's my fall drop for blind date with a book this year. I hope you guys enjoy it. They're starting to go out. And can we just talk about this cute little sticker that I had made? Like I don't know why, but I just really love that. Today's video is also sponsored by Upside, so we're gonna get into that app later. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started because there is a lot. So I basically create a list in my Notes app in my iPhone. I don't know if Android users have something similar. I'm sure you do. Like I'm sure you have a Notes app, but I'm just gonna speak to iPhone because I don't know what the other apps look like, but I absolutely love this Notes app because you can insert photos and you can make like tables and all kinds of things in here. So I basically make a list for each and every room that I decorate in my house. So for example, let's start off with my fall entryway. In here, I inserted clips or pictures of my previous hallway that I decorated myself. And then I also add like inspiration photos as well. So I love adding my photos because then I know my inventory, right? So I know, okay, I have this wreath, I have these pumpkins, I have these fall leaves, whatever. And then when I look at that, I think, do I want to switch it up? Do I want to maybe go and do a whole different look? And so when starting with the entryway, and then I also visited Hobby Lobby, I saw a couple of things that like I really liked. And then I create this little checklist system, which you see as I'm throwing it up. And that way I know, okay, this room, I need this one item and it won't be a complete, you know, area until I do this. And then once I have all those checked items, then I also check the list, if that makes sense. So visually, I see a check mark next to the title and I know I don't have to revisit this list when I'm out shopping. I don't even need to get anything for the entryway because it's essentially complete. And it really kind of keeps me on track and on target. So let me show you guys what I got for my entryway because I am actually gonna be doing some updates. So I wanted to make some updates to my entryway while also making it a little bit more cohesive with everything that I'm doing in the house. And as I was looking at my photos, which you'll see as we go to the next rooms, I have been using this burlap garland from Hobby Lobby for years. It's in most of the rest of my house, but it's not in my entryway. So I decided to pick one up. It was $14.99, but fall is 40% off right now. And this burlap comes in orange as well. Got another one of these stems. But yeah, this is something that I've been buying from Hobby Lobby for years. This in particular, like it's this very specific one, and I basically pluck all of these off and then I use it as like filler into my garland. And I really, really love this. Probably because I'm very drawn to certain plants and I'm just now noticing that. So this has like a fall fern look to it and I really like it. And speaking of plants, greenery, I am gonna be updating my wreath. So looking at this wreath, I absolutely love it, but I do think right now I'm gonna retire it. And I found this one from Amazon. Now, I like to pay like 15 to 20 bucks for a wreath at Hobby Lobby. So this was a little bit on the more expensive side, and I bought 3 of them. But I knew that for me it was gonna be worth the money because your girl loves boxwood. Like I love boxwood wreaths. I use them all year round. But this one has a fall vibe to it. Like you can see like the colors are changing about it. And I have not seen anything like this at Hobby Lobby. So I did get this from Amazon and I will link what I can down below. However, I'm gonna pair it with this ribbon right here. This ribbon I have in red, hot pink, and navy. So I use the navy for 4th of July, the red for Christmas, the hot pink for Valentine's Day, and now I have it in orange. It is the most beautiful silk ribbon, and I'm gonna make a bow, and I'm just gonna like drape it. I think the bow is gonna start here and go down here. I'm also throwing in what could be a return. I found this garland from Hobby Lobby. It is stunning. It has these plaid and a burlap mix. This was $10.99, but 40% off. And as you can see, you can obviously like space this how you need to. And I'm gonna find out once I get to decorating if this is going to work or not. I also put up like a 2-hour-long fall decorating marathon. So if you want to see like my decorating from 2024 and you just need a video to play for a while, definitely go check out that video. I'll link it down below and you can kind of see like how I decorated last year. Why do my eyebrows not look right today? Try not to look at them, but I'm at the gas station. Like I mentioned in the beginning of this video, it's sponsored by Upside, so I don't know how to say this other than this is just the best app I'm ever going to talk about. I've got my entire family on this app. If you've got kids and they're starting to drive, whoever, I don't care, get them on this app, okay? Because here's what Upside is all about. Plus, it's a free app, which is absolutely insane and also amazing. But you get cash back on gas, groceries, dining, restaurants. So every time, like, for example, I'm at the gas station, I'm gonna pump gas, I'm gonna go on the Upside app and I'm gonna check for the participating locations, which there's over like 100,000 participating locations across the US for gas stations, groceries, restaurants, dining. You've got Exxon, Mobil, 7-Eleven, Phillips 66, Shell, Valero, Casey's, Love's, BP, Chevron, Circle K. Like there's just so many participating locations. And when you get gas, go ahead and get yourself cash back. I mean, most of us are already here, so you might as well get the cash back. And you go through the Upside app, which is done so beautifully. I say this every time, but it's just simply true, especially just like being a user. You'll see just like how incredibly easy it is. It's just it's painless. Like it's just, they make it like 1 or 2 steps and you're gonna get your cash back. And it is absolutely 100% real cash back. It's not confusing like point system or rewards or any of that. It's real money that you transfer to your bank account when you want. So right now I'm just like sitting here accruing my cash back in my Upside app, and when I'm ready, I'm just gonna transfer it to my bank account. It's that good, that simple, and absolutely everybody needs to know about this app, because if I'm gonna come to the gas station and I gotta spend money here, I'm gonna get some cash back for myself. That's just girl math. Then you've got the restaurants too, where you can get cash back. Chipotle, Taco Bell, KFC, Domino's, Dairy Queen, Popeyes, but John's, Wendy's. I mean, the list goes on and on. So if you're already gonna go to those places, pull out your Upside app, and here's how you do it. Okay, so you're gonna go into your Upside app and you're gonna search for the participating location to the nearest location of you, and you're going to just follow the steps. Once you find your location, you follow the steps, you follow the prompts, and boom, you get the cash back. And Upside earners are making as much as like $280 a year. So to find out how much you can earn, click the link in the description to download Upside and use my code CraftyGirl to get an extra 25 cents back for every gallon on your first tank of gas. Or you can scan the QR code here to also claim this offer. I mean, that is extra money that I would not have in my bank account if I didn't have this app. And again, it's like I'm already going to the gas station. I go to a lot of these restaurants, and why not just like also get cash back in like the process? Like that just makes sense in my head. So definitely the best app I think I've ever had the honor of talking to you guys about, because like I feel like this is what we need. We need real apps like this, you know, that just like make our lives easier and a little bit better, because why not get cash back when we already have to do these things, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna go ahead and pump my gas, and I'm gonna go through my Upside app, and I'll throw up on the screen what that kind of like looks like when I do it. How easy is it for me to use? And Upside was just so beautifully done, and I appreciate it so much. And the fact that like when I go into it, it's like a few clicks, it's even better, because you know I sometimes I'm on the go, and so the app is so well done, so easy to use. And that's it. Like when you're ready, girl, put that cash in your bank account. And I think it's something like $1 million is being earned by Upside users in cash back every week. That's actually, but that makes sense, but it's also crazy. So I want to let you guys know that I do not make a commission at all by you guys clicking on the link, but definitely utilize it so that you can get that, you know, 25 extra cents off of every gallon on your first full tank of gas. Because like, why not? You know what I mean? But anyways, thank you to Upside for sponsoring today's video, and on to the haul. So I'm gonna work from the front to the back of the house. So that's the entryway. Now let's talk about my office. When I went back, and I'm gonna put up my list here so that you can see it. When I looked at all of the photos and everything that I had, I noticed one, my rug this year is different than last year's. And I do have a whole different setup. So if you want to become part of the Crafty Girl membership, you get extra videos you would never see otherwise. And I did a whole new desk refresh setup and organization. I didn't find that I really needed to go out and get anything for fall. Like it might be nice to like have some like wall art around here, but I don't know. So I kind of left the office as done. I'm just going to use everything that I got last year. Now let's get into my office, and I'm looking at my list here as I'm talking about it. So it's actually not my office, my fall media room. So again, as I'm creating this list, I have a checklist, and then I add new things that I think I might want to revisit. And as I was looking at photos of how it was done last year, one of the first things that I took note were the pillows. The pillows I definitely was not vibing with that much. I love the little plaid pillows that I picked up from Hobby Lobby, but I'm gonna repurpose those elsewhere. And so as I was going through this room, I was like, oh, let me buy the pillow covers, the same ones that I have in the living room, the burnt orange, and then everything can kind of like feel like the same space. And then I was like, you know what? Actually, let me make the media room slightly different, because these are the pillow covers that I got from Amazon. So it is a beautiful fall plaid with black, browns, and creams. That is the reason why I decided to go ahead and just kind of make the media room a little bit different. Because otherwise, I do want my house to be like very matchy-matchy. But I thought, you know what? Let me try and have some fun and see how I like it. So these are so beautiful and so soft and I bought a bunch to make sure each pillow gets one. And I'm still going to also add a burlap garland as well. So last year I didn't have the TV stand, I don't think, under the TV. So I got its own burlap runner. My media room, not quite a fully checked off list, so I'm still working on it. But otherwise, I know I have enough to, you know, get the room ready and have it ready for you guys to see. Moving on to the next space, which is going to be my dining room. The dining room is already a checked off list. Looking at my last year's photo, I'm also noticing my rug is different. I changed out all of my rugs at some point, obviously after the holidays, and I'm excited to kind of like see what everything looks like this year with them. And I still love how my dining room looked. It was very simple. I bought this fabric from Hobby Lobby. I bought the tapered candles from Amazon, and that was it. And I thought it was very effective. Yes, could I change out the greenery in that center pot to be more fall-like? I tend to struggle with fall foliage a little bit. Like, I love that boxwood wreath because there's still some green in it. I don't fully like brown foliage, if that makes sense. So I need a little green. So I don't know if I'm gonna update that or not, but otherwise in my head, the dining room is complete. And let's go ahead and move into my living room. The living room is also not a completed checked off list quite yet. But looking at this, I love everything so far that I have. Like, I'm gonna keep my pillow covers the same. I'm gonna be bringing out the plaid, you know, part that I have on the chair, and you can see the burlap, that same burlap garland, the same, you know, fall leaves and the pumpkins. I don't know if this is going to be a return or not, so I'm just going to tell you guys because this is a pretty large pillow. But I was doing some research, and I mean, I looked at so many stores. I think I need to pop into Michael's maybe and look at them, but I got this from Kirkland's. I wanted it to be more, I wanted the pillow to be more white because all the other pillows are this like burnt orange. So I didn't want the pillow to be also orange. I wanted it to be able to break up on my main couch. It's just, I feel like it's missing a cute decorative couch or pillow in the center. So I got this one. I paid more than I normally would for pillows. This was $39.99, but it's 30% off at Kirkland's, so I think it ended up being $30. All right, let's go into the room next to it, which is my kitchen nook. This is probably the area that's going to look the most different from this whole area. Now, this room, as you can see from my checklist, is also not done. I have it in my head that I would love to have some like fall wall decor that I could like switch out. So in here I have 2 more of these. So I got one for the entryway, one for my living room, because I'm gonna try it out and see if I like it, and then one for that table in the kitchen nook. So the table and everything is also different. In this photo, the table was brown. It's actually black now. I really did quite some updates with my furniture this past year. So if you haven't seen me since I decorated last year, there are some changes. So I don't know though if these are gonna work out. They could be a return, but on the kitchen nook table, I also knew that I wanted to do kind of like a little tablescape. So here's what I bought from Hobby Lobby. I found this table runner. I love this burnt orange color. I mean, a part of me though is thinking I'm gonna return this and I'm gonna go back to Hobby Lobby, return this, and then I'm gonna get that same material that I got for my dining room so that it matches. So I got these burlap table or like plate mats, or like what are these called? I don't even know the placemats. Hello. So I got 4 because I was like, should I do 4? Because there's 4 chairs. Sometimes I just do like 2, but I'm gonna do 4. So I got 4 of those. I already have chargers and plates, so that is fine. I don't need that. And then I got these napkins. I love this plaid. I thought it would be a really great plaid to pair with all the other plaid that's going on. Now this plaid is different because it has some green in it and some red. So it's a little different, but that's okay. So that is for the tablescape. And then I also picked up these adorable white little napkin rings. They come in multiple colors. If I don't end up using those white pumpkins, I will probably go back and get these in orange. So then when we get to my fall backyard, I already have it checked off, but one thing that I did get for my backyard was another one of those fall blankets. I ordered the same exact one. So it's the same fall blanket that's in my office chair that drapes off of here. It's the same fall plaid blankets that are in my living room that you saw on the smaller chairs. I lay it on the seat portion. And then I was like, let me get one for the backyard and kind of throw it, on one of the arms of the chairs as a throw. Now let's get into my kitchen. Just knew that there were several things I feel like I needed to work on. It just wasn't a space that I felt like it was just what I envisioned or what I wanted. So I also bought a second boxwood wreath and a third actually. So as I said, I bought a total of 3 of these. One is gonna go above my stove, which I had something there for 4th of July. So I'm kind of doing the same thing. 4th of July has a regular boxwood wreath that's all green, and I put like a navy bow right here, and I had, some American flags like sticking out of it, so cute. So for fall, I knew I wanted a wreath up there because again, as I looked back at my video, it looked pretty bare on top of my kitchen, and I thought a wreath and then that orange, do like an orange satin bow here, would just chef's kiss. It would really tie everything in together. And then there's an area above Loki's food area where he eats. I'll try to throw up a clip here. I actually have the most beautiful Amazon find. It's like this American flag made out of ribbons. Kind of makes me want to put up like something similar there for fall vibes, but I'm gonna put another wreath. Usually I hang a wreath off of those hooks, and then I'm gonna do another orange satin bow. So that's where the 3 of these boxwoods are gonna go. 2 in the kitchen and 1 in the entryway. The next thing is that I also kind of redid my kitchen area from last year. So I made some really great updates that I think makes the countertops look so much better for me. And one thing that I've been enjoying having over there is like some type of picture. And I found this at Hobby Lobby, and I thought it was so cute, so me, because I definitely have like a barn theme. I don't even know how I got there, to be honest. I don't even know, but here I am with barns, okay? And this one has like pumpkins all over it, and it's just the right size. This was $20.99, but 40% off of that price. And I'm thinking it's gonna go there. I don't quite know, because if you look at the photo that I have here, this print is actually also very me. And I believe it's at Michael's. So I do need to make a trip to Michael's. So I could end up returning this and using the other. It just kind of depends on obviously how I feel once I start making my decorations come to life. Then I found this little guy from Hobby Lobby, and I thought it was so cute. I think this would look perfect in this little area where I have, my little kitchen lamp. So I'm just gonna kind of like nestle it over there. It was $4.99, but 40% off. I mean, how could I not do it? It's a painted canvas. It's one of my favorite DIYs. It's in my top 5 favorite Dollar Tree DIYs ever. It's so simple, but I created those little stars and I hung them off of those candles. And I'm like, okay, the stars gotta go for fall. but what little like wood things could I hang off of it? And I'm like, okay, pumpkins. So I found these, okay? But I got 2 orange and 1 white because 2 could go on, you know, and then the white could be the center. But I think I'm gonna return these and try to find something else. I'm on the right path, but this isn't quite where I wanna be. First of all, I think they're too big. Second of all, I don't like the straw detail. Like I don't like it. But these were $2.99 and 40% off. So, yeah, but you kind of get, I'm gonna do something very similar, and I think pumpkins would be the perfect thing. I just have to find a smaller size pumpkin, and I'm just gonna, you know, take some twine and do exactly what I did with the stars. And that is how I try to keep on track with decorating for the holidays. This system definitely helps me. And going through it even today, I'm realizing, okay, you know, I didn't think that through. So now I wanna go ahead and return this, and I wanna go get the cut of fabric instead so that it kind of matches my dining room. So there's a couple of little things here and there that I kind of need to finalize, but otherwise, that is how I go shopping. I hope the system has helped any of you because I know I've mentioned it before. It's exactly what I do for every holiday, every season. I've got Halloween. Halloween's on here next too. So 4th of July, I have Easter, Christmas, Valentine's Day. So that's just how I do it. And I hope this video was helpful. I hope you guys enjoyed the haul and come back and decorate with me for fall. And I hope to see you guys there. And thank you once again to Upside for sponsoring today's video. Don't forget to check the description box below. Definitely use my code CraftyGirl to get that 25 cents off every gallon on your first tank of gas. So I will see you guys next time. Bye.